Hey everybody, this is Chris from Highlands CCG. Today we have something special. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, this is Chris. Today we're just going to go through one of my binders. I thought it might be interesting to one or two people how I organize my collection. I'll probably go through each binder in turn, but starting with white. And I have some cards here from recent acquisitions that I want to put away anyway, so I figured this is a good time. So I guess, how is this organized? So obviously by color. So I have these binders. This one is a Z Folio LX, but I have different brands that I use. I do use mostly these just because they come in a variety of colors and I like to color code the collection. So I do have set binders, and then I have color coded binders so I have like one of each in the set binders, and then for the others I have them in these. And it was just one of those moments. I felt like a genius. Most people probably would have already figured this out, but originally I bought these 12 pocket ones with the idea of doing a play set across, and I can have a play set of every card. But then I realized, well, one of those cards is going to be in your set binder, so you're going to end up with 3. And then I was like, for a long time, like way too long, longer than I want to admit, I was really bummed out because I was like, oh, I'll only have 3 and I'll have this empty spot. And then suddenly everything clicked into place, and I said, oh, I could put the 3 that way, then I don't have a gap, and I can go across with 4 different cards. Yeah, I felt great the whole day, the whole rest of the day after I figured that out. I don't know, but anyway, so yeah, they're organized. I have 3. Aiming for 3 of each card in here. They're alphabetical by set. The way the sets are organized is I go, and this is kind of weird, I guess, but this is what works for my brain. I go Dark, then Legends, then Antiquities, then Arabian Nights, then Revised, and then like CE, IE, and then Unlimited, and then Beta, but I don't really have a lot of betas anymore. I kind of unloaded those, but there might be some in some of these binders. And then if there's room at the end, I'll put in Fallen Empires. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's just how I like to organize it, so that's how I organize it. So yeah, coming through the dark here, we do have pretty sure I have all of the dark cards in here, like 3 of each, but let's find out. So we have Angry Mob and Blood of the Martyr, Brainwash card I used to like to use a lot. Yeah, target creature cannot attack unless its controller pays 3. Just an annoying, I was just an annoying player. Still kind of am, and so yeah, I like those things. Then we have Cleansing. All land is destroyed. Players may prevent cleansing from destroying specific lands by paying 1 life for each land they want to protect. So that's another kind of interesting card. Dust to Dust removes 2 targets from artifacts from the game. Pretty sweet. It doesn't have the drawback that Ashes to Ashes has, so, but it's cool that there's Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust. We got Exorcist. Yeah, Festival, another good like defense card. Fire and Brimstone. Yeah, this one's interesting because it's one of those cards, if you can like get ahead, it kind of pushes, or kind of an unexpected direct damage coming from white, even though there is that downside, but you can protect yourself from it if you know it's in there. And then Holy Light, you have Knights of Thorn with the pro red and banding, which I still have to have explained to me like every single time I play. It's like, what? Can you go through what banding is again? Like 30 years later. You have Martyr's Cry. Yep. Then we have obviously Preacher is the big one in white for dark. Yeah, you tap it to gain control of creature. You keep him tapped to keep control of that creature. If this guy goes away, then that creature goes back to its owner. But yeah, nice little control element there in white, which you don't see very often. And then Tividar's Crusade, another cool one. all goblins are destroyed. So, throw this into a white weenie. If you're playing like other pauper decks, there's going to be goblin decks probably, and good defense against that. So, and then Witch Hunter is the last white card from the dark, so I just leave that blank. Then we move into Legends. Let's see, this would be Akron Legionnaire. I think I have some. I'm not sure why they're not here. Again, like going through these binders, I'll probably find stuff and be like, huh. And Alabester Potion, Emram Kithkin is a pretty interesting creature. This would be Angelic Voices, which we have. We have one of those. So I'm going to put one of those in there. Clergy of the Holy Nimbus. The Archer, I like to put the Archer in white pauper decks. Divine Offering is pretty solid. You can destroy an artifact and then gain life equal to that casting cost of that artifact. So, not only using it as removal for your opponent's artifacts, but like I've played with like Aladdin's Lamp or like like a Triskelion that's already used its damage tokens. Like it's a cool little hack to gain life. We have Divine Transformation, or Divine Transformation. Divine Intervention is pricey, and so that's not in there. Honestly, I don't know if I even have more than one. Alright, here we have Elder Landworm, so we do have two of those that we picked up recently, so pop those in there. Yeah, cool. It's a very cool art. I really like the style, but I don't think it's a very good card. It's very expensive. You got 3 white and 4 other for a 5/5 trample, and it can't attack unless it's been assigned as a blocker. Not great. Let's see, anything else of note over here? Oh well, Greater Realm of Preservation, great card to throw in. I use this in tournaments a lot if I'm playing white, because you're gonna come up against black and red, like you're just going to. So it's like an easy way if you don't want to have a COP white and or red and black. If that's taking up too much room in your sideboard, just throw this in. Let's see over here. Well, we have Kismet, which is another one we picked up. So finish that out. That feels good. This would be KL Land Tax. Yeah, this would be Land Tax. I should have more. I should have some copies of that. I'll put them in here if I can find them. I do have a bunch of 4th edition ones for sure. Yeah, Lifeblood, good. If somebody has a red deck, it helps counteract. Like for example, if they're doing a fireball, they're tapping down all their mountains to do the fireball. You're gaining the life while they're making the fireball to take away your life. So pretty nice countermeasure there. Petra Sphinx is a kind of a cool card. If you can like look at top cards and stuff like that, pretty nice. And then Presence of the Master, one of my all-time favorite cards, so much so that I have a playmat of it. Just really cool to see Einstein on there. Yeah, and it's a great way to like lock things down. Like let's say you have an opponent who has an Abyss, or they have whatever it is, like some horrible enchantment that's gonna really slow you down or cripple you. Just pop this out and protects you. Yeah, not much else to say on that one. I think this is Spirit Link. So I'm not sure why. I thought I would have more than one of those. But yeah, that's where that goes. Tundra Wolf's good card to throw in. Really like Wall of Light with the protection from black. And it's only 1 white and 2 other to bring out for a 1/5. So pretty nice. It protects against terror and other black removal like weakness and Spirit Shackle. So pretty solid card to have in a deck. And we're moving into Antiquities. So I don't have any more cards to put away, but I'll just kind of go through the rest of the binder quickly. So for Antiquities, the only one that's not, there's not a lot of each color in Antiquities. It's mostly artifacts, but the only one that's not in here is the Archaeologist, because that's an expensive card. I have that separate. Yeah, everybody else is here. What to say? Circle Protection Artifacts, great card. Very versatile. It's Copper Tablet. I guess Black Vice, Rack, Armageddon Clock, lots of things. So very good card. I use that a lot. And yeah, so that's Antiquities. There are very few cards for each color. Here's Arabian Nights. So I think the only, we have Abu Jafar, which is pretty cool. And then I have the dark and light variant for each of the ones that have dark and light variants. So Army of Allah has the dark over here and the light over here, which you can see by the mana symbol, the one. Yeah, we've got Camel, Eye for an Eye, Moorish Cavalry, dark and light, Piety, dark and light over there. Again, small set, so there's not a lot of cards from this set, but I guess notable cards that aren't here would be King Suleiman, which is a pricey card, so I don't have that in here. I have Jihad, pricey card, don't have it in here, and Shahrazad, pricey card, don't have it in here. Yeah, and that's Arabian Nights. We have the War Elephant again with a light and dark. And then, yeah, so that's kind of the Four Horsemen. I lead with that. I go in reverse order. I don't know, don't ask me why. And then I move into Revised. So this should be Balance. And again, I don't know why I should have a playset of Balance, so I don't know where the other ones are. Armageddon is probably in some kind of deck somewhere, just because it's so versatile. Yeah, then we have, kind of the basic base set white stuff here, nothing notable. Crusade, very useful card for white. And Disenchant, of course, huge utility card. Farmstead, one of the prettiest cards that you'll never use. Good stuff. Karma's quite effective against black. This is one of my favorites growing up because I could use him to destroy Royal Assassins and send your vampires, Hypnotic Specters. So cards that were so huge back then, I could use this guy to help me not die from them. So that was great. And I used to use Resurrection a lot too, because I would discard, say, a Mahamoti Jinn, and then I would resurrect it, so I'd only have to pay 4 instead of 6. So that was pretty nice. And the reverse damage was always funny when someone did like a giant fireball or disintegrate, and you're just like, nope. Yep, and Span Alliance, another huge card back then, and likewise with Sarah, and Swords. These were, auto-include in white decks, and I mean, Swords still pretty much is. Sarah and Savannah have been supplanted by more powerful stuff, but Swords is still crazy powerful. And then White Knight's great. Wall Swords, not to be underestimated. And Wrath of God, of course. Good old WOG. So yeah, that kind of rounds out, that's the Revised. And then here I have some CEIE stuff. And it's, it's alphabetical, but it's not, here I'm not adhering to like the 3 down thing. I'm just kind of filling them out because I'm not trying to get a complete set of it or anything. So yeah, got CE Paladin, which is pretty cool. CE White Knights. And for that, it's just to have the black border because it's fun to play with black border cards, and you can't always afford or want to pay for a beta or an alpha, so it gives you that opportunity. And then there's a bunch of unlimited stuff, nothing really of note other than, I guess, Disenchant's great, and then Consecrate Land, pretty cool. And then I have a beta Disenchant, so I do have a beta in here. Yeah, and then I had some room left over, so here's some Fallen Empires. Nothing really in white, nothing really of note other than the pump knights. So you have the Order of Late Boor, 2/1 Pro Black. You can pay 2 to give it +1/+1 until end of turn, or 1 to give it first strike until end of turn. So pretty cool card. Kind of a sleeper. You know, you underestimate this guy, and then he comes in. People pump him up, and it's like, oh, that's a problem. So yeah, that's kind of it for that's kind of how I organize the other cards I have outside of the sets. If I have more than 4, so I have 1 in the set binder and I have 3 here, and then let's say I have 2 more rapid fires, then I have like a commander cube, and I just have overflow in those, and those are also color coded. So I haven't gotten to the point where those are full too, and I need to think of a new solution. So hopefully I don't come to that, but yeah, just wanted to share that with you. Interested to hear how you organize your stuff, and yes, appreciate you stopping by. I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day.